Every time we die in Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, we're going to donate $1 to charity. Do people die a lot in this game? And during this entire event, we're going to be answering your juicy money questions because I'm your money coach and I want you all to be rich. So I hope you like epic boss battles, money, and I'm sorry, can we dial back the intensity just a little bit? Kick back, relax, and I hope you learned something. All right, first enemy of the DLC. Oh my goodness. Okay, first death of the DLC. And I'm headed into college in a month from now. Are there any tips you can give me, financially speaking? If you can swing it, I'd recommend getting a part-time job. And with that money, you can help pay for school costs. You can start investing early, which is really the key thing, man. If I can go back in time, investing will be the absolute first thing on my mind. And then with that, you can start a Roth IRA. But you also want to focus on the non-financial stuff because it's also equally important. So when it comes to college, join clubs, get involved, make friends, and just start building your network because it all starts there. Right, network building doesn't only start as you exit school, right? As you join the workforce, network building starts early on. Oh, wow, wow. Holy moly. Would you say to do both the Roth IRA and 401k? Or is it bad to double up on things like that? It is totally a great idea to do both. I did both. Lots of people do both. So what people will do is they'll get any kind of 401k match their employer gives them. So that's a popular benefit companies offer. They'll say, hey, here's a 401k. If you throw some money in there, we'll also throw some money in there to sort of match your contribution up to a certain point. So get that, just the match. Then people will go and they'll max out their Roth IRA. Then they'll go back to 401k, max that out, and then there's some more stuff you can do on this on top of that, but that should get you started. Oh my gosh, I want this guy's weapons. All right, first kill. AJ says, remember me, you probably don't, but I'm 20 now and I saved up $28,000. What should I do with my money? And what should I start to do? Trying to figure out where I want to work. So you're 20 years old and you have $28,000 saved up? Very nice. Where did that money come from? From a job? Is it taxable income? If so, open up that Roth IRA, max it out. You can do it right now, $7,000. That's what I would personally do. And if you don't already have a checking and a high yield savings account, get that open. Also really easy. You can open up your Roth IRA with the same service. Link on my profile has the one that I like. Get a special in. Oh, take a seat. Oh, baby. Oh, I better heal too, actually. Oh. For higher APR, do you recommend a high yield savings account, certificate of deposits, or both? Well, for the CD, keep in mind, usually that money has to be locked up for a certain amount of time. It could be 3, 6, 12 months. Sometimes there is a penalty for taking the money out, so you got to keep that in mind. I've been using a money market fund, and that pays about 5.2%. I still have some money in a high yield savings because it's a little more liquid than the money market funds. Does so much damage. He's done. All right. Hey Ron, I'm thinking about buying a car. Should I pay cash or finance? Any advice? It's a good question. Cash is always best. So if you can pay cash, I say do it. And in terms of how much you should spend on a car, rule of thumb is about 20 to 30% of your annual income. So if you make $100,000 per year, $30,000 should be the most you pay. If you absolutely have to finance, and I get it, sometimes you don't have a lot of options, try and put as much down as you can, at least 20%, and finance it for no more than 4 years. Less is better there. If you can do 3 years, even better. And the monthly income and the insurance and the gas, your transportation costs in general, shouldn't exceed 10% of your monthly income. Oh shoot. Okay, death counter. I just bought a car with a high APR, but I heard I can refinance. How does that work? You can refinance, but we gotta wait for interest rates to come down. Unless you can find a place that's gonna give you a lower interest rate, maybe a credit union, something. But the way it works is you, let's say, go to a different bank and say, hey, I would like to refinance my auto loan. So they're gonna give you a new loan. You'll use that to pay off the old loan, and now you're gonna pay this new bank every month for this loan, but at a lower interest rate, ideally, right? And that means your monthly payment's also gonna go down. The amount of interest you pay the bank. Remember, interest is a fee you pay on top of your car payment. The main thing that's keeping a lot of people poor these days, it's cars. Cars are the one thing that's going to keep people poor. I'm looking to buy my first home, but not sure the right way to go about it. Any tips financially? Yes. Try and save 20%. So you don't have to put 20% down, but save 20%. And honestly, these days, more is better. But the thing is, if with 20% or whatever you put down, you still can't afford the mortgage, the home insurance, potentially private mortgage insurance if you're putting down less than 20%, maintenance, all that stuff. If you can't comfortably afford that, you don't buy the house. Oh my goodness. Oh geez, oh geez, oh geez, oh geez. Okay. How should I go about managing my heavily commission-based income? I make $10 an hour base, but can make up to $80,000 per year. Okay, so a couple things. Probably the most common strategy is taking either an average or a low across a 12-month, 24-month period, however long you've been working, more data the better, and you can work off of that. So for example, if you maybe average, let's say you make $80,000 per year, maybe you budget off of $5,000 per month or something, or $6,000 per month, you know what I mean? You take an average, you take a low, something like that. Any advice on how to lower housing costs? Renting and mortgages seem very high. Yeah, you're not alone in that feeling. Really, the only thing is living somewhere cheaper, taking a look at your other expenses, seeing what you can reduce there. But really, one of the most important things, and people always forget about this or don't focus on this, is finding ways to increase your income. The best way, in my opinion, is learning some extremely valuable skills. If that's college, that's college. If that's trade school, it's trade school. I put around $5,000 into my Robinhood and put it into ETFs. Can you explain what happens tax-wise when I sell? Yes. So if you sell for a profit and you did not hold those stocks for at least a year, you're going to pay short-term capital gains tax. It's taxed as if it was a paycheck, right? Ordinary income. But if you hold those ETFs for at least a year, 366 days, you will pay long-term capital gains tax, which is considerably less. It can actually be 0%. You can be tax-free when it comes to long-term capital gains tax if your income is low enough. I think it's like 45,000, something like that. Oh, the way he walks is kind of creepy. Oh, he hit me. Oh my goodness, I'm dead. Okay. Let's add $1. Here we go. I still can't understand the difference between ETFs and index funds. Doesn't seem very different. You're correct. I don't like the way they describe it. They kind of describe it as ETFs, mutual funds, and index funds. That's just not a good way to describe it. The way you want to think about it is you have ETFs and you have mutual funds. An index fund can come in two forms, an ETF form or a mutual fund form. Because an index, S&P 500, is literally just a list of companies. List about 504 or 505 companies. And that list changes based on certain rules. So that list is published, and then companies like Vanguard, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, they'll go and buy all the companies on this list and then offer these products to us, the customer. And they offer it in forms of an ETF and a mutual fund. Boom. Index fund can be an ETF or a mutual fund. That's it. Holy crap. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm getting greedy. I'm getting greedy. Death counter. Max says, I'm 19. What's the best way to invest for me? Yeah, if you're 19, there are two things that should be at the top of your mind. A, self-development. Learn some valuable skills, Max. Build a strong network. Both of those things will convert to a high-paying job. When you have a high-paying job, that's more money you can invest, right? Money is a tool. We can put that to work, and it's going to solve more of your problems faster. So Roth IRA, 100%, yes. You just need a job to contribute, right? You need taxable income to contribute to that. And then Max, open up a high-yield savings. Both of them are no-brainers. WRX, so glad to see you, bro. Hope you're doing well. Likewise. Likewise. My cat's here. He's blocking my screen now. Okay. We have a new donation. My little child here officially donated $1. You have anything to say to the community? If I make a new salary of $120,000 per year, what are some of the first things I should invest in? You should max out your Roth IRA as soon as possible. You should save 6 months worth of living expenses in a high yield savings account or a money market fund. And if you can, if your employer offers a 401k, consider maxing that out as well. But you can also balance that out with, short-term goals you have. If you want to purchase a home in the next 5 years or so, you can sort of balance that out a little bit. But that should get you started. If you want a recommendation for a good place to keep your cash, to open up a Roth IRA brokerage account, there is a link on my profile. Okay. There we go. There's no way we lose this. Okay. Second phase? Please no second phase. Oh, shoot. Okay, we just died. What's the best way to rebuild or build credit for someone in their early 20s? It's as simple as using a credit card, paying it off in full every single month. And then maybe later on in life, maybe you'll have a mortgage, maybe you'll have a car loan. Hopefully you can buy your cars cash, but if you have to, you'll have a car loan, which is a different type of credit. And having a variety of credit will also increase your credit score. But the two main factors, on-time payments, never, ever miss an on-time payment. You'll get wrecked. And just keep your credit utilization low. And what that means is if your credit card has a limit of $1,000, try not to use more than 30% of it at a time. But obviously every month you're gonna pay it off in full, so long term that won't be a huge issue. Holy crap. Oh, we keep getting stomped by these guys. All right, day one is done and we died a total of 10 times, which means we have $10 in our donation bucket. If you're watching this in the future, we'll hopefully have day two here. Besides that, subscribe for more.